Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you.
Look what she says here. Did he really just say, I don't care what you want? Yep, that's how stalkers are. They're imposing. They're a burden. They're breaking the law. It's a felony in the state of Oklahoma to stalk. It is a crime to peep, stalk, hack, clone, bother, and bother, and bother, and bother. Mr. Perry, you've never in your life been caught this much, and you have been a creepster all your life. This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcasts. We do the disclaimer. Used allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet, although we're very close to that, Mr. Perry. It gets easier by the day to get information on what you're trying to do before you do it, like the McNamara email, because you will not fuck off, and you are pissing everybody off. People are so embarrassed by you, you have no idea. So embarrassed by you. You can't control yourself. You don't give a fuck about anybody else but you. You know what? When you focus on you, you is all you end up with. You're alone. You're rejected. And you're told on and told on and told on. And you can't take the blow-off hint after 12 years of that. It's a social feedback, dumbass. People don't like what you're doing. If you do something that's deviant and outside social norms and criminal, that means people all over the state, a hell of a lot of people don't like what you're doing. And when you do things people don't like, they don't like you. Less than 1% of the population acts pathetic and violent like you. And you're embarrassing everybody. We're very close to court. Everybody's sick and tired of you. Sick and tired of you. No means no. I moved twice to get away from you. Nobody knew you had a stalker problem except a few of my very close friends who did not live in Texas. Only a couple of people knew in Lubbock because you kept doing shit where they could see it. Everybody's sick and tired of the suffering and the hardship and the burden and your demands of a cover-up and a lie. We said no. We said no. That's it. The answer's no. It's been no for 12 years. You're alone. Nobody's holding your hand. Nobody's trying to see you. I've sued you 3 fucking times to get rid of you. And you buying a judge or buying your way out or your little secret underhanded backdoor room meetings didn't change my intent one bit. It did piss everybody off. And now you probably got more charges coming. So you're just like Neil here, just bothering and bothering and bothering and bothering and bothering. And I'm doing the same thing she's doing. Screaming and yelling, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. She moved. I've moved twice. Picked up a child. Made him leave all his friends. Twice. You are disgusting. You're an embarrassment because you can't control yourself. To fucking everybody. So you're just like him. What's the difference? A lot of people in all 50 states got together and passed laws to make it illegal to stalk, hack, and peep. When a woman says, don't bother me, then don't fucking bother her. If you're in a bar and you're bothering somebody, a woman, they will throw your ass out. The bouncers will throw your ass fucking out. Domestic violence is a crime, Mr. Perry. Get out of my life and stop contacting me. I hate it. It's ugh. You are gross. You are fucking gross. You do sick, twisted things no normal person could even think up, much less do. It's embarrassing. You've got to control yourself. Don't contact me. I hate it. I mean, it makes me sick to my stomach. There's nothing there. There's nothing there for him. There's nothing there for you. I don't care what you want. I'm going to rape you anyway. Legal or not, doesn't matter. I'll just buy my way out, Mr. Perry thinks. Yep, there's a need to know that says you can't this time. So, use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. Apply the but-for standard. But for Mr. Perry creeping on me, we wouldn't do the podcast to document it like the National Victims Resource Center says to do. I'm doing what she's doing. Exactly. We have that right. You don't have the right to get a lie or coerce or cause intentional duress or damage property or take things that do not belong to you, or invade privacy in the sickest, nastiest, fucked up way ever. So stop. Cease and desist, Mark. This is a verbal cease and desist as well. Apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard. I have the right to live and not have a fucked up man bother me, same as she does. That guy should be in jail. So should you. It's not going to be long. And we assert all constitutional rights. First Amendment, 14th Amendment to the application of all laws, violence against women, domestic violence, anti-stalking, anti-hacking, anti-peeping. Get the fuck off me. Perry. Charles Perry. This is Cynthia Ortiz. I have no feelings for you but deep, deep disgust. And you embarrass the fuck out of me. I would not walk in a room with you for millions. Let me tell you what our shrink says. He doesn't like women. Because if you like women, you do what women like. Women don't like being peeped on and hacked and somebody butting in and ruining everything they try to do. That's not even how you just get cooperation. Even if there's no romance involved, if you just want people to cooperate with you. When I was in Dallas, I offered Mr. Perry, I'll sign an NDA. At this point, nobody really knew. I'll sign an NDA, but you can never contact me again. And he refused. He's not into women. He's a sick, twisted, fucked up fuck that does things no normal person could even think of, much less do. And he doesn't just do it to me, he does it to a hell of a lot of people. There's a reason he asked me, who are the victims? That question was, who's talking? Do you think we were born yesterday? I don't think you know how to think at all. I think you don't understand what people say to you. And I'm not a special ed teacher, and I don't use paints or puppets and crayons. You need to get a professional. Everybody has a gift. Mine is solving crime. I'm really good at it. Nobody's done what I've done. But I can't do it alone, and the people helping me are even better than me. I went 6 years in a strip club where there were times you rented the whole fucking place out to take my money, and you pissed everybody off doing that, by the way. Your people came in and no one else, just your people. And not one got anything out of me, not even a slip up, as to who it is helping me. So I'm fucking good at what I do, Perry. No one has done what I've done. No one has caught your crime like me. Your people were recorded saying when he pesters her and takes her money, things do not go well for us. We're seeing things happen we have never seen before. And another guy, we've never had one of our victims of sex exploitation figure out we had cameras in their house that were causing their problems, like, taking taillights out and headlights out and flattening tires and having somebody wreck my car 5 times in 3 years. Jesus, help us all. He thinks that's going to cover up his crime of stalking. God, it's so crazy. And he said, we've never had one sue us, we've never had one invoice us, and solve a murder that we committed. You've committed more than one, haven't you? 3 or more is serial killing. You're a serial killer with a cooling off. If you do it all at once, it's spree killing, the FBI says. If you do it with a cooling off period, you're a serial killer. So what happens is when you put the wrong person in jail for your crime, you're still out reoffending. How many police departments and how many jurisdictions have you hit? Yeah, see, you think it's APD? Duly noted, that's who you think it is. Call APD and ask them. Yesterday was Chicago PD. See, we know a whole lot of shit. As good as I am, there are guys helping me that are better. You've talked to them, Perry. So what is this bullshit of, I don't care what you want. I'm going to force myself on you anyway and make you feel raped and traumatize you every day. And guess what? When you get the wrong guy and the wrong person's in jail, the real guy, the real offender is still out offending. Now you got more crime. Now you got more victims. So I'll review again what our witness says. And there's more than one, but this is one. As long as I've known Charles Perry, he said. He's a sick, twisted motherfucker. He puts cameras in women's homes when they're not there. He will troll women. And like the BTK did. He'll troll women and put cameras in their homes when they're not home, and then broadcast them all over the dark web, all over the world. The whole world can see it. And he sells watch time of these women, their bodies, their home, their property, their utilities, their internet service a lot of times, their children. That's child pornography, bitch. You're the kind that gets beat up in jail. You better make some, have your attorney make some preparation. You're the kind that gets the fuck beat out of you. Look at Epstein. Dr. Weck said, we think he was murdered because even prisoners are repulsed and disgusted by the sex weirdo types like Jeff Epstein. And Mike Neely and Chief Lucky Miller of Manford Police were talking about that just hours before Chief Miller was killed. Did you have somebody stalking them and listening to their conversation and decided you're going to do something to them? How long did you plan that? I mean, come on. So, the witness says he's a sex sadist. He likes getting women hysterical so he can go, and I'm quoting, rub one out. So what he'll do is he'll get them fired, and then they'll call their family and want help. Now he's causing conflict within the family. He'll have the family berate their loved one. It's their fault. No, it's actually your fault. How dare you? And then the kids are seeing this. Now they're traumatized. They're seeing the family fight. All of their support system is crumbling to these little children, crushing souls of babies. This is what got this case open to begin with: starvation, torture, torment of women and children, minor children. I had 2 of them when you started doing it to me. Then he's hacking them so they can't find another job. He'll find out who they're trying to get work with, and he'll call them and badmouth them, and then they can't get work. And then he'll have them, they get kicked out of their house. Then he'll have the ex take the kids away. 2 places I got kicked out of. Payment was offered and refused. That means those people were being paid more to kick me out than they were to get payment for the rent. And then you just did it again. After we've talked about, you were recorded and recorded and recorded, telling my landlord, and recorded and recorded. We got to get her back to Texas because we need to be able to do more to her and get away with it. What crime do you think you could commit against me in Texas that you couldn't do in Oklahoma? If you really wanted me in Texas, you would have Fabian come up here. But you didn't, because he wouldn't let me go back to Texas, would he? He's the one person that has not been used to ask me questions, to get information and give it to you to hurt me. The one person I know. Nobody else can say that. He's the one person who hasn't found out, done something to me, coaxed me somewhere, take her to lunch at Zio's. Yeah, we didn't go, did we? See if you can get her car away from her. We got to take her car away from her. We got to get her kicked out of her house and get her car away from her. And so that is premeditation, when you express intent and I have a beforehand. And then you do it anyway. And now you got people very frustrated with you, Mr. Perry. I can't lie for them anymore. There's too many of these things where she said beforehand. And then they know she knows and they'll do it anyway. How do I explain that? Mike Neely was drugged. I said it in January 2020. Depositions were not taken until May 2020, and they weren't put on the docket until like June or July. How did I know that? How did I know that, Mr. Perry? So when you force yourself on me like this guy here and embarrass everybody else because you can't control yourself and you act like you have no idea what's happening, no idea what people are saying to you, and then we get more and more because you piss off the 40 guys helping me. They'll call people in they'll call people in that are off duty. Can you come in? Perry's going at her again. Let's get him. They're waiting on one thing. Meantime, we're going to get all we can. Anything you want to do, anything we can get, we'll take it. And it's so easy. It's not even fair with you because you have no idea what people are saying to you. Not a clue, do you?
I want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I
Find out
don't.
about
Stop
that.
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's
No,
why
no, I
I
don't. Just talk
leave
to
me
No,
alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you
What
guys. I don't ever
happens-
want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened-
bless you, but
what
please leave
happened?
me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the
All right, so do you hear the fear and terror in her voice? I have it in mine sometimes too. Sometimes I have it angry. I'm pissed. I don't cry. I've been taught not to cry since you think that's sex. Since you're a sex weirdo and you think making women upset and hysterical is sex. I've been told you are not allowed to cry. He thinks that's sex, and he's already got a weird bond in his mind that's all in his mind, not in yours. And so when he does something horrible to you, he's doing it on purpose. He's a sex sadist. BTK, same thing. Both married, both church, both sicko. Both sicko. Charles Perry tells me that he was abused by an older cousin as a child, and I'm supposed to feel bad for him. That's why he acts the way he does. Fuck you. You're full of shit. I think you were born sick and twisted, and you made zero effort to get help. Because $25 million to buy a cover-up you did not get, by the way. We heard, we hear Creek County, Sepulpa Police, Tulsa Police, Rogers County and Mace County were all paid some of that money. And they put it into evidence, and you didn't like it that you didn't get your cover up. You had it stolen back. You had the evidence log, what do you call it? Trace of it, except a couple of guys. Richard's one of them. You had it taken back. So you have that money. And $25 million is such a large amount of money. You can't hide where you spent that. That's too much money to hide where you spent it. So Richard was trying to frame me for a murder I didn't do. Charles is typing in my phone today. Human remains found. Really? Okay. Well, who'd you kill? Because I don't kill people. There's 40 cops that know every fucking thing you've tried to do to me. You think they wouldn't put me in jail themselves if they thought I did something like that? Or no? They're all over me all the time. They're all over you all the time. They're all over David Robertson all the time. They're all over Calvin all the time. So we got this information. You tried to get my hair color. Right? You tried to get my hair color because the girl that actually did the murder has a blonde hair, but it's darker brown than mine. Her skin complexion is darker, and she's, I'm quoting the witnesses, quite a bit heavier than Cynthia. Quite a bit heavier. You wanted me to tan so that my skin would match her skin color. You wanted to get my hair color so you could have her dye her hair the same color as mine. So we would look a little more alike. And we've said that over and over and over and over. And we understand that Richard, I guess, was one that went out to Sensations and asked if I was there. And he was told, no, she's not here. She doesn't work here anymore. She quit about a year ago or so. And so, we need her back in. Can you call us when she comes in? We need her shoe print. And he was told, can't you get that at her house? Nope, we need to get it here. While she's in the VIP, I need to get her shoe print. And you were told that's not abandoned property. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Yep, there is. It's not abandoned property. So you can't. You need to find a different way to get it. And then you talk to someone else, Richard. Your people. She's being uncooperative with a shoe print. And you were told, well, if you had to get the girl that actually did it to dye her hair, and you had to get Cynthia to change her skin complexion, then you've ruled her out, so you don't need her shoe print. Now you're just harassing her. We know all that. I'm not sitting in jail. This is not an afterthought. This is, you were caught beforehand. Now we got you on premeditation. Another fraud upon the court, but you got a history of that, Mr. Perry. Fraud upon the court is a criminal act. You want to cause duress. You want to have me put back in jail again illegally. This would be the second time. And it's about the 20th thing you've tried. We got to try to find a killer or put her back in jail without it being linked to us. You know how many recordings are there of you guys saying that? There's some, because I'm quoting you. Who in law enforcement has those recordings? When Charles contacts me in any way, shape, or form, we get more and it's easier because he's pissing everybody off. Didn't she say leave me alone? Has he not been caught enough yet? Yep, he's stupid.
Stop! I don't. Stop stalking me! Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone.
Does she sound like she's in love? We got a girl at Lady Godiva's asking questions, Mr. Perry, long time ago. Who is this Fabian guy? Because these rich farts come in here. That senator from Texas comes in here and tells us we have to make you like him. That is not my job. That is his job. And since he's an asshole, I can see why you don't. And this Fabian guy seems like an awesome guy. They all shit themselves every time his name comes up. And so what the hell happened in Dallas? Something is going on here. It's not about a date. You don't put somebody in jail because he told us we're supposed to make you like him. And if you refuse, he's to find a way to put you back in jail and tell you you're going to sit there till you change your mind. This is not about a date because I know. I mean, I'm not all that. I'm not all that educated in the crap. I had to drop out of school in order to, Mr. Perry, any contact at all, sir, you're going to get caught more. You're getting told on. When you do that, I don't like it. Listen to the words that I'm saying. Listen to the words I'm saying and try to understand me. I don't want to hear from you. You're pissing me off. You're just like Neil. I'm not in love with you. I feel nothing for you but deep disgust. You've got a romance in your imagination that is bizarre. And your peeping Tom problem is making that worse. You're watching me in the privacy of my home against my will and forming an emotional bond with me that I don't feel. Peeping is a crime. It's a criminal act, sir. Nobody's caught that crime more than me. You need to remember who it is you're talking to. You need to understand what people say to you. It's very frustrating that you're not all there and you don't have some wires in your head that the rest of us have and you can't understand what people say. And then make a react like a normal person, sir. It's embarrassing. She says, I didn't graduate high school because my family's all fucked up on meth. One of us had to get off the fucking couch and go work so we can have a place to live. That would be me. So I had to start dancing and stuff. She may have done more and didn't. I mean, it's none of my business. But she said, but even I know that when somebody wants a date, they Snapchat me. Hey, let's hang out. And I'm like, okay, sure, we go hang out. If I don't want to, I'm not like, no, dude, I won't. Thanks, but no thanks. And they don't bother me again. So, what in the fuck is this? That this bitch comes in my work where I don't, I didn't come to work for this. I came to work to make money to take care of my family. And nothing else. And this bitch walks in here with his entourage. All these rich, wealthy guys from Texas act like they own the damn club. Treat us like shit. And tell us we are to make you not like Fabian and like him. And if you refuse, find a way to have them so they can put you back in jail until you change your mind. What in the fuck is that? This is not about a date. He's not calling you and asking you for a date. He wants to put you in jail again. I understand he already did. I was like, yeah, I just got home and yeah, he obstructed justice. They tried to kill me in here. I was poisoned. I was getting sick. So, yeah, it was bad. It still is. That Robertson guy comes in here. You won't see me talk to him. She goes, just coming here to work. Right, exactly. Okay, well, this is not about a date. This is something else that's going on here. Even I know that. What the fuck is it? And I said, I can't talk to you about that. I'll have someone get in touch with you. One of my guys goes and talks to her, and you don't know who else they talk to. It's not, it's a need to know. You don't get to know that until it's too fucking late for you. But you know what? All you had to do is leave me alone. 4 years, no one knew. I moved twice, and then I went public because I'm not going to end up like Chandra Levy, where there's something going on and nobody knew about it, and all of a sudden she's dead. And people do think Gary Condit did that. I'm sorry. I mean, they just think, people think that. I think that. Some people think he did. Some I'm sure think he didn't. I think he did. They had a guy arrested, and I kept saying he didn't do it. Gary Condit did it. Sure as shit. His verdict was vacated. Somebody came with new evidence that exonerated that guy. The guy that was accused was bad, but he didn't kill Chandra Levy. Gary Condit did that. I believe O.J. Simpson killed Nicole. We're free to have an opinion and say it. Mary Beth, sometimes goes by Beth. Justice Scalia, Lucky Miller, because even reporters are starting to speculate, as we can in a free country. Mr. Perry, you need to shut up. As we can, and nobody asked you what you think, bitch. You were not asked. What were you asked to do? Get out of my phone. Get out of my computer. Leave me the fuck alone. It doesn't go both ways, Neil. So, now I lost. Oh, even the reporters are speculating. More than one, Mr. Perry. Had they done what she said in March 2020 when he's offering her bribe money, I think she said, and her response was, give back what you took and get the fuck out of my life. And when I say give back what you took, I mean Mike Neely goes home to his family. There's no romance between me and Michael Neely, and how horrible and hateful and cruel that anybody would say such a thing, Mr. Perry. And what a sick, twisted, fucked up thing to say. Mike Neely and I talked for 30 minutes when he took my complaint about car vandalism, which you're doing car vandalism again. The flat tire, you want my headlight out, you took my tail light out. Yeah. So you're not kidding, you're not fooling anybody. The battery, got recorded talking about that. You had it wrecked again for the 5th time in 3 years. Had somebody hit it. So they're like, nobody will suspect a thing, because they think everybody's as stupid as they are, and they're not. So the reporter says, I mean, I talked to Mike for 30 minutes, and he's with Officer Brett Gibson, and the parking lot was full of looky-loos. There was no opportunity for that, not thought about even. He was very professional. They both were. Lucky and Mike came into my club to talk to me. I talked to Mike for 30 seconds, maybe. I walked up, introduced myself. Mike got up and went to the bathroom. I spoke to Chief Miller. I got called on the stage. I went up on stage. When I'm on stage, Officer Neely comes out of the bathroom and they left. Now, why did he have to drive all the way out to my club to talk to me? Because I was staying 5 minutes from the police department. They were there all the time. They were patrolling the parking lot because you had your creepies pulling in through there. The maid complained about it. She called them three, 4 times. She said she didn't tell them before. She told me after. I called Lucky again about the people pulling up here taking pictures of you. And in fact, I told him I was really worried about you. I feel like this is going to get dangerous. That he needs to increase patrol. Yeah, you made everybody uncomfortable. You always do. This guy makes everybody uncomfortable. Nobody likes it when one person harasses and menaces and breaks the law and conducts themselves in a deviant way and rapes and robs and ruins and causes suffering. Normal people don't like that. So those were the 2 interactions that I know I was talking to Officer Neely. The third one maybe was him when he pulled me over right after I got back from jail. It was a very quick interaction. He looked through our car with his flashlight and said, do you have any alcohol or drugs? No, of course not. Okay. Why'd you turn right from the left-hand lane? I explained it to him. Okay, so you're not drunk. No, I'm not drunk. I was just confused. It was like a last-minute decision to stop at the store. Otherwise, we were headed back home. Okay, I see. I show him my bond conditions. Look, this guy, I had to file a police report to get a stalking protective order, and he had me false arrested. He'd been threatening it for months. Look what's in the bond conditions. He's not supposed to contact me. But when you run my tags and my license, it's coming up. I was arrested. He goes back and he looks and he comes back and he goes, don't give anybody your address. Your new address now that you're back. Don't tell anybody where you are. I got another call. I got to go. Don't be careful driving. I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get a warning. I got nothing. That might have been Mike. It might have been somebody else. I don't know. But my interaction with him, again, was very quick, very professional. We want him home to his wife and his boy. The people who helped at 9/11 and Hurricane Katrina did it out of empathy, which you don't have, so you can't understand it. Mr. Perry, I need for you to get out of my computer and shut up. I want that. That's what I want. You're breaking the law. It is illegal to hack, peep, and contact someone who said, don't contact me again. So stop trying to talk to me. I want Mr. Neely to be able to go home to his family. And I understand that you've told him more than once you can maybe go home, maybe. But you can't talk to Cynthia. And guess what? You guys are all fixing to be in prison. So it's not going to matter what you tell him. And it's not up to you. If I knew about the battery beforehand and he was drugged beforehand and the McNamara email beforehand and the shoe print and the hair color and she's quite a bit heavier than Cynthia. If I know all of that beforehand and the Fabian puzzle, what in the fuck makes you think it's up to you? You need to remember who it is you're talking to. Mr. Perry, you are the one committing a crime. You're the one getting caught. You're the one asking who told on you. You're the one saying we're seeing things we've not seen before. Who told on me? Who's helping you? You need to remember who it is you're talking to, sir. It isn't up to you. You are embarrassing everybody because you act like you have no idea what people are saying to you or what's happening. It's very embarrassing. It's so embarrassing how stupid you are. I don't even know what to say. No one does. You never react right to what was just said, ever. You don't ask somebody who's finding your crime more than has ever been done in your life, despite $25 million paid for a cover-up you never got. Because if we know about it, you don't have a cover-up. You need to shut up. You weren't asked what you think. You need to shut up, sir. No one asked you what you think. I'm going to say it one more time for you. You shut up. You aren't asked what you think. You're getting told on. You're breaking the law. You're pissing everybody off. You have no control over yourself. You're embarrassing everybody. And you're being stopped because you won't do it by yourself like a big boy. You control yourself. You're embarrassing everybody. Like this guy.
Leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
Leave
to
me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you.
It isn't up to you. I'm going to say it again to you. We found out Mike was drugged months before anybody else said it. Wasn't up to you. Fabian Puzzle got to me in jail. Wasn't up to you. Who I talk to or who Mike talks to, not up to you. You say what you want. You do what you do. It's so easy, it's not even fair to catch your crime. Because you can't control yourself and you're embarrassing everybody and yourself. And you're too dumb, you're too wacko to know that. Do you think he knows he's embarrassing himself? Probably not. He's missing a wire.
I don't ever want to hear your voice, do you? Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
But other people do know it. Yeah, you need to get help, Perry. $25 million would have paid a doctor to help you. A special ed teacher to explain what it means when a woman says no. You don't understand the words no and don't, do you? Ugh. You're just nasty.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
It's disgusting. You disgust me. There's no chance of a date. 12 years, you're rejected and told on and told on and told on and told on, and we are seeing things happen we've not seen before. And it's not up to you, is it? You need to remember who the fuck it is you're talking to when you start threatening me, Mr. Perry. You will never get a date with me. You make every inch of my skin crawl. You make me want to throw up. Everybody's sick and tired of you. Everybody is sick and tired of you. Everybody else is normal. They think like that guy.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
Charles, leave me alone. When you pester me, when you take my money, when you invade my privacy, and you peep and hack, you never get a date, you get told on. Let's try this again. I know that you're not all there. You're very slow mentally. It's very frustrating. You're like talking to a 6-month-old. When you pester me or contact me at all, when you invade my privacy, when you bother me, when you cause a loss or a problem for me, you don't get a date, you get told on. Is that the result you wanted? You're a monkey. You can sit around all day watching a TV show, hitting buttons, and playing with a doll and a unicorn. So we find out about Rumpelstiltskin. We find out about Hansel and Gretel. We find out about Rapunzel, Ratatouille. All your little code words. Those are your code words. And we know those. And it's funny that you have grown-ass men who like playing with little dollies and unicorns, using daycare fairy tales. It speaks to who you are mentally. How embarrassing. Everybody else sees it like this guy and like that other guy. And there's countless others of people who have commented on how disgusting that man is, Neil, for forcing himself on that woman and saying, I don't care what you want. You don't get a choice, dumbass. You look at your results. No date and no cover-up. Your crime is more uncovered than ever before in your life. Your alleged crime is more uncovered, Mr. Perry, than ever before in your life when you do it to me. Come on now, act like you understand me. Do you understand what people say? I don't think you do. When you bother me, you get told on, not a date. Is that what you wanted out of this deal? I don't like you. You're nasty. You're about to go to prison. We can't wait. We're all excited about it. We're so happy. Finally, my privacy back. Finally, I won't be broke ever again. Finally, no weirdo pestering and bothering. And he's got to tell me what he thinks and what he feels. I don't want to hear it. Didn't ask you. I said shut up and get away from me, you sick son of a bitch. Shut up and get away from me. No one cares what you think. You weren't asked. When you pester me, when you take things from me, when you cause loss and hardship from me, what happens, dumbass? You want to be governor? You better start acting like you can think straight, like a grown-ass man. I don't think you understand a word I'm saying. You act like you have no idea. You don't get a date. No one holds your hand. No one wants to be with you. You're told on and told on and told on and told on, and you ask me, who is it? And I will never help you with that, even if I knew. Even if I knew. Who told me Mike Neely was drugged? Who told me about the shoe print you needed? Who told me about the ringtone you wanted? Who told me about the harassment email? When I'm in jail, we're gonna send her home and tell her, make her think she's gonna be fine, and we're gonna arrest the hell out of her. Then we're gonna have her arrested on harassment when she tells us on us. Right then, right there, Justice Scalia is there hunting, and he dies. And William O. Ritchie, DC Police, he's smart. I like that guy. I like cops who are smart and outspoken and not afraid of a bad guy. That's the kind of people I like. He spotted something was wrong with it. The post-mortem protocol wasn't followed. Kind of like when I filed the police report after you tried to murder me at my work. I'm just going to work. I got a kid to take care of. I have the right to file a police report. Equal protection. You're a misogynist piece of trash. Are you racist too? Mr. Perry, will you please shut up and get out of my computer? He likes to type in my computer while I'm doing these. These are recorded. These are not live. He's in my computer illegally against my will. He's also cloned my phone illegally against my will. And the bitch tries to talk to me. And if I'll scream, shut up, he'll stop sometimes. We didn't ask you what you think. I didn't ask you what you think. I did say shut up and get out of my computer, didn't I? When you do it anyway, when you force yourself on me anyway, do you get a date? Fuck no. You get told on and told on and told on because you piss us all off. Deviant sicko. Our shrink is like, he doesn't like women. He does everything women hate. If you like women, you do what women like. Women do not like being peeped on. Or hacked. Or have everything they work hard for and love ruined. But that is what deviant men like. He's attracted to himself a bunch of deviant men. And that's his thing. That's all their thing. These are sex crimes. These are sex crimes. So, you better take precautions when you go to prison because you're the type that get the fuck beat out of you. And you know what? I wouldn't feel bad if you did. And I can say that because I'm a victim of your crime. That's between you and your attorney to fix all that. Isn't it? It's not my problem. What is my problem is when you commit a crime against me and I'm going to get pissed about it. So he flattened my tire yesterday. One of my headlight taken out, one of my battery taken out. Took a tail light out. So, and I guess I was recording. I'm going to have her tire flattened. When she flags you over, you need to follow her. And then she'll flag you over and ask you for help to change it. Yeah, recorded. My guys have that recording. Who are they? You need to remember who it is you're talking to if you can even understand a fucking thing I'm saying. We think you can't. We think you don't know. All of you. Right? Peep and Tom? No girl, when they're little, says, I want to grow up and marry a Peep and Tom serial killer, a cop killer. No girl says that, Mr. Perry. No girl wants a guy like you. You repulse women. So it's not women that you like. It is not women that you like. Women like men who are chivalrous and kind and busy working. And they have something interesting to talk about at the end of the day. And they try to make the world a better place, not crap up everybody's life. You can't even get cooperation crapping up people's life. And how dare you insinuate there would be some kind of romance between me and Mike Neely? Golly. You can't just be nice to somebody or be loyal to the cop family or do what granddad taught you and find value in his legacy, just like the same as people helped at 9/11 or Hurricane Katrina or during COVID. It's not about romance, you sick, twisted son of a bitch. It's just about doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. My mind can't imagine not helping Officer Neely. I just lost my home because you had to punish me. And those reporters noticed it. Had they done what she said in March 2020 and gotten Officer Neely home and she's doing good and she continued to say they killed Chief Miller now, we would say she's wrong, if not crazy. There's no reason to think that. She's doing good. Officer Neely's home. They helped him get home. We backed up Lou. Anybody can see there's not a mark on him. And you can't beat somebody to death while drugged and unconscious and have not a mark on you. And his attorney, wonder who the hell came up with the story, with his ass, while he's drugged and unconscious, caused internal decapitation, severe extensive damage over Chief Miller's head, neck, and face, and strangulation. Force trauma to the head with his ass while he's asleep. It's like you guys think the guy had superpowers. And while you got the wrong person in jail, the people who are actually the criminals are still out offending. They flattened my tire. They took my taillight out. They had my car wrecked again. Right after that, they tried to kill me again with a syringe. Give her a shot and we'll tell her family it was just an unfortunate allergic reaction. We're going to fake up a medical emergency at her work. She'll help. Then we'll tell her the guy that she helped has got a virus and she'll get it too if she doesn't take this shot. And I heard your hitman say, what do I do if she doesn't take the shot? And I heard a recording of you telling somebody, I think I found somebody finally that can kill Cynthia and it won't be linked to us. You know how many recordings, Mr. Pear, are there of you guys talking about it? We're going to do this to her and hopefully it won't be linked to us. David Robertson, how many of you? How many recordings do they have of you guys saying that? And it won't be linked to us. But it is because you're talking about it. We got it before you did it. Before you did it. You're making people mad. Everyone is sick of the suffering. Normal people do not like it. Why do you? Normal people don't like the suffering and the cruelty that you impose and burden us with, Mr. Perry, Mr. Robertson. And this time, you're getting told on, and you're getting caught, and you don't have a cover-up, and $25 million didn't buy you shit. And no cop anywhere, but for Richard, has to explain what the hell happened to that money. You have it. You have it, don't you? I don't know how much Richard got. Maybe not much. Maybe not much. Well, you know, he's... when you try to hurt me, Richard, you're going to have 40 cops that know what they're doing. They're not Fife. And they're not corrupt. Protect me from you. It's not personal. I'm not going to... You know, you're trying to hurt me. You're trying to do something illegal to hurt me. They've been very vigilant in making sure I'm safe. Whether you took money for it or you're doing it for free. You know. But we do know $25 million was paid out. We know that. You can't hide where you spent that kind of money. You can't hide it. Some of it went to judges. Some of it went to police. Police put it into evidence, and you didn't like that you didn't get a cover-up. You called up here and whiny, said, pity party. I didn't get my cover-up. Who's stealing on me? I'm creepy, and I didn't want anyone to know, and somehow everybody knows. I can't control myself. Where's my blankie and my dolly? Where's your mommy? Go call your mommy, because no one else gives a fuck. You know who we care about? Every person, every child that did without a meal because you took their money and got their mom fired and wouldn't let mom find another job. That's who we care about. The Millers, the Neelys. People who hurt. Souls you crushed. Because you think you can and everybody owes you something. And it doesn't matter what the law is or what everybody else wants. You're going to crush a soul anyway. And we're all supposed to let you and lie for you. And we said no, not this time. I said it 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Not this time, bitch. I don't think so. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. I think maybe you stepped in it on this one. Didn't one of those guys tell you that in Creek County? I think you got in over your head on this one, Senator. Which one told you that? He's right. He's just looking at it. You're delusional. Mr. Perry, he types in my phone. I see you. I'm looking at you. I see you. I see you. I'm looking at you. I'm watching you. Ew. Ugh. And that's why you're alone and told on. And the thing is, I just said that, and that's been that way for 12 years, and you have no idea what I just... You will always act like you don't know what the fuck those words mean. It is disgusting that you do. Just be. Just be. Just let me do this. Just let me ruin you. Just be. Just be. We're together. No. You've got a bond in your mind that does not exist in mine to me at all. You're peeping Tom. Peeping is a crime. You're getting told on. Nobody's with you. You're alone. You're not wanted. You're rejected and told on. And you'll always act like you have no idea what that means. Because there's something wrong with you. Your mind is fucked up. Bad. Whoever comes up with the stuff they do to me, God, I mean, I'd like to slap the fuck out of that guy. Okay, so they take my taillight out in Manford. I worked all night, slept all day, got up about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I get woken up by my guys at 1. You had your taillight taken out, saying go check it. And once you're pulled over. Because you walk out, you leave your house, you just get in your car. You don't check your taillight. I was told to. So I had it fixed before I could do it. They just did it again. Yep. This was what Mike Neely was investigating. That whole thing, there's a blog. That whole thing with Mike and Lucky was over her car. The whole thing with Mike and Lucky was over her car. The whole thing with Mike and Lucky was over her car. That's not his girlfriend. He's a delusional whack job. I have a girlfriend. I don't call her friends and family about anything. How weird. That is disgusting. That's a weird thing to do. Why would you do that? But if I did, I would ask what she want for her birthday or Christmas. Not get me her information on her car so I can take it away from her. When for 12 years you're alone, no one's holding your hand, you are not wanted or loved, you are told on and told on and told on and told on. Those are the results you asked for, Mr. Perry. When a man does things women hate, abusive, disgusting, grand larceny with intent to coerce, cause duress, force myself on her and cause duress, make her feel icked out and creeped out and slimed out and grossed out 24/7. Because I'm a twisted, sick motherfucker. And you get told on and told on. And maybe you ought to go, well, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe there's a reason other guys don't act like this. And they can get a date and I can't. But no, that's not what Charles does. He'll go, let's do it more. Let's do it again. We got caught again. Oh, well, let's do it again. We don't even know what to say to that. We have no words. No words. It's unbelievable. There's no logic. There's none. There's also no empathy. And that's a thing that you have failed to factor into your plans. So you often don't get the outcome you expected because you never factor in the things that matter the most. Empathy. People do not like human suffering, David Robertson. They don't like it, Calvin. Now you want to listen to your delusional whack job friend and then ask, how'd she find out? How'd she know how? Blah, blah. Let's do it all again. In this day, and then we find out things like Mike Neely was drugged. How'd she find out we did? Yeah, we're like, wow, I don't even know what to say. This was all over a room. David Robertson, your boys were staying right next to me. Everybody thought that was a little creepy. Yep. Then they had a brick thrown at me. Well, actually, that was before. They had a brick thrown at me, and it missed and hit the pavement, the asphalt, and bounced up under my car, cracked my engine in two. What if it had been my head? We're pretty sure that was the intent. But Perry had his guy sitting at the end of the drive to call down and tell everybody, here she comes. So I went out a different way, and it probably delayed me just enough to where the brick did not hit me. And oh, by the way, I didn't call 911. I don't. 5 wrecks called 911 one time. That's why you went out my tire, isn't it, Calvin? Better watch the fuck out. Remember who you're talking to. This was the new car. Like I go, I said, Officer Neely, it's like they just want me to know they can get in my car. They get a key to every car I've had. Illegally. Crime after crime after crime after crime. And when you do it to me, you get caught. And you act like you have no idea what those words mean, and you do it all over again. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is flipping. I don't know what to say to that. Let's do it all again tomorrow. Let's do it all again tomorrow. We got caught again. Okay, well, let's do it again. You don't get a date, you get told on. You never get the date. 12 years, you're never going to get a date with me. You never have had a date with me. You are never going to get a date with me. But you're told on, and told on, and told on, and told on more than ever in your life. And you're going to do it all again tomorrow. Geniuses. Mensa queens, we call you. Look at all that. Hit me right at the wheel. The last guy missed. He tried, but he missed. So, hang on. I need to find something. Okay, so this was the last one. This one's the guy that jumps out. Okay, keep in mind, they've already hit me 4 times right at the wheel, except for the brick. Right at the wheel. All 4 times. I didn't call 911. Except one time when they blew my tire out. That's why they flattened my tire. I don't call the cops. So, one of them, I walked it in. Because you don't bother patrol for shit like that. You're not bleeding. I was raised by 4 generations of police. I've heard the complaints. I had more important calls, more important shit to do, and I get called over a little damn fender bender. And people can walk it in. You can file a call. You can go into the police department, and you can pick up a traffic report, whatever complaint, and you file it there in the office, and you don't have to waste patrol's time. They could be doing something more important than your little fender bender, but for whatever reason, not able to properly anticipate outcomes because he's a psychopath. So this time they thought for sure I would. Why? I have never have. That's not my habit. So they hit me. Okay, right here, I was backing up next to a dumpster where I lived and scraped the side of the dumpster where you can see the yellow paint right there. That's me. I did that. I scraped it. There's yellow paint on it. I'm backing up, and I just barely scraped the side of the dumpster with my car. Yep, I was pissed. Then, this, though, is black paint. See the difference? That guy backed into me. Tried to get the wheel and missed. But you can see where his bumper was, all the way across there. Right up to where I did it. It's 2 different incidents. And guess what, Mr. Perry? There are experts that can pull the paint off. And go, gosh, one of it's yellow and one's black. This damage looks older. I did that. He did not hit the wheel. I did that. It was a scrape on the side. And this was a bumper backed right into me. Jumps out of his car. You hit me. Here comes his son. I saw it. You hit him. It was a very well orchestrated, well practiced routine they had. They had done this before. This was not their first rodeo. They had practiced it. Call the cops. Give me your insurance. And I'm looking at him like, you are off your nut. You have no idea who you're talking to, clearly. I'll look at the damage on his bumper. And I'm like, you can't. He's like, you hit me. You backed into me. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at my bumper. Nothing on it. You can't back into the side of my car. I can't back into your bumper with the side of my car. So, here's my phone number. I want him to text me a picture of his car. I still don't have it. To this day, I still don't have it. Which, if he was not lying, he'd send it to me. Right? I said that. I'm going to ask him to send me a picture of his car, and I'll never hear back from this guy because he's a fucking insurance scammer. Charles found the insurance scammer this time. And he did. And I'm looking at the guy, and I go, I don't call the cops over stuff like this. Mr. Perry. He's typing in my computer again. Look, I'm looking at you. I can see you. Wow, and what do you get from doing that, sir? Do you get a real date with a real person? Oh, fuck no. But you get told on when you do that. Look at your cause and effect. You need to get a special ed teacher, and you don't have one, right? I've never seen anything like it in my life. Serial killers have grandiose thinking. They think they're God. And you can't even understand words. You can't even look at cause and effect. You don't have any power, bitch. You're pathetic. When you peep on me, you get told on, not a date. When you peep on me, Mr. Perry, what are the results of that? You don't have a date in 12 years. Not one date ever with me. You'll never have a date with me. But what do you have? You're told on and told on and told on more than ever in your life. Your own guy. We've never had one figure out we had cameras on him yet. Before. Send us a bill. Sue us. When he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've never seen before. When you peep on me, that's what happens, dumbass. Mensa queen. Yell or something. The grandiose, I'm powerful. Okay, sure. That's the other one. That's the other one. Notice it's always at the wheel. And that was the Duvals. No, I wouldn't call the Duvals. Yep. There's my bumper. Not a fucking thing on it. Not a fucking thing on it. Who else are the victims of the senator? Which of my other voyeur exploitation victims are talking? Whoa. I'm like, no habla English. First of all, he's sending me Charles spoofed this account. He's sending me the subpoena, my witness, and he's tampering with the witness. How'd you know Mike had to be begged to go to Pensacola? Why are you even getting in touch with me? So, what was it you that begged him to go? Or was it Josh Burson? Who? And I liked William O'Ritchie, who pointed out protocol wasn't followed when Justice Scalia died. Why was that? And he was outspoken again. And something's wrong in West Texas. Because when he died, we're all in West Texas. I'm false arrested. I'm sitting in jail. And you guys, here's the thing. Listen to the words I'm saying, Mark, because your client's stupid and can't understand what people say to him. He likes to type in my computer or my phone. I see you. I look at you. I see you. I look at you. I'm watching you. I'm creepy. And you're told on and not wanted, not loved, and you have no date. You're by yourself. You don't have anybody holding your hand. And I've said that same thing over and over and over, and you act like you have no idea what those words mean. None. So all the girls in jail are telling me this because I guess Mr. Powell told some defense attorney who told everybody else, who told all their clients in jail, and next thing I know, it's all over the jail. You need to get rid of your phone because what you guys do repulses even prisoners. Yuck. Nasty. You're going to have to get some extra protection for your client, Mark. He's about to go to prison, and he will get the fuck beat out of him if you don't. This is witness tampering. This is a recording we got after Mr. Perry got caught typing in my phone again. I can see you. I like looking. I can see you. I'm a peeping Tom. I can't control myself. So, just so you know, whoever said that, you have Charles Perry to thank for that. We have Calvin's name. We have all your code words. The Muffin Man. Who's the Muffin Man? It's like y'all are all in daycare. Jesus. I don't even know. I don't even have words for that. That is the McNamara email. I'm going to coerce her. I'm going to cause extreme duress and coerce her by a false arrest. It's dated October 2015. Look at that. Yup. Okay. That's what it says. He's going to coerce, entice, coerce, force, bully. People have anti-bullying campaigns and the MeToo movement because they're showing social feedback. We don't like your type, your kind. We don't like your kind. Your kind gets beat up in jail. Mark, better keep an eye on that. Point out for me on Officer Neely the injuries that look like he was in a fight. His hand, the arrest report says the only injuries he had was a red swollen right hand. Oh God, there's a needle in it. Might that be why it's red and swollen? You would piss everybody off with that. His hands would look like Chief Miller's face if he beat him to death. And you can't do that while you're unconscious and treated with Narcan afterwards because he's in respiratory disease. He was dying. You were trying to kill him. Again, protocol was not followed on mine. My police report was handed right over to the offender. And the offender knew I had to file a police report because my first protective order was denied because I forgot to do that. I filed it and forgot to bring it to court. And Judge Eric said, I'm sorry, but Marler versus Clower says you got to have it. I can't just use a case number. I got to have the actual report. I forgot it. I need for you to shut up, Perry. Did anybody ask you what you think? Nope. You were told to get out of my computer. I know, you can see me. You're a peeping Tom, all alone and told on. Do you understand what those words mean? Act like you do. So, how are you going to be governor if you can't understand what people say to you? Oh, gosh. Didn't think of that, did you? What you need to do is get off your fat, lazy ass and stop perverting around and go be with your family. Jacqueline. Where's Jacqueline when you bother me? What does she think you're doing? What do your kids think you're doing? Get out of my life. Or they'll do it for you. The same guys that told me he was drugged. Months before that, he wasn't on the docket. Mr. Robertson, Calvin. All you guys that help Perry. Perry shits himself and y'all all go running to wipe his ass. I've never seen anything like it. I won't do it. I just lost my home because I won't do it. That is beneath me. He's not worth it. No one is. Now you got people comment, I can't even lie for these guys anymore. I wish they wouldn't do everything she says after she says it. I can't lie for them anymore. Yep, okay. You know, I'm not going to be the bitch of a sex weirdo. So, the other injury Officer Neely had was to his lip and nose because Hotel John, after he found them, Chief Miller's already dead. He picks off Mike and throws him face first into the floor and busts his face open. So, other than that, where are the injuries that look like he was in a fight? Who told me he was drugged? I'm screaming and I'm yelling for his freedom because he's cop family. It's nothing about romance. It's about the right thing to do. And my granddad left me a legacy that I'm very proud of, and it is not for sale. And I just gave up my home. But what happened is you tipped off a whole bunch of reporters. Golly, here's the thing. Now we know they killed Chief Miller because they're doing exactly what she says. She did say before, Officer Neely was drugged. And it wasn't out yet. And then she said before, they're tampering with a witness. They're harassing and coercing. They're trying to make me lie. They're about to starve me to death. To punish me. I could have kept my mouth shut and kept Terry's, bringing the money in. But that's not what I did. And I can't imagine not helping this man. I'm not just going to leave him there. And so if you're telling him that he can go home but he can't talk to me, it's not up to you. We're the ones catching your crime more than ever in your whole life. So why would you think it's up to you? It is not up to you. You were told to fuck off or it will be done for you. Had they done what she said in March 2020, then if she had continued now to assert that they killed Chief Miller, we would say she's wrong. There's no reason to think that. They got Mike home. She's doing good. So she's wrong, if not a little nutty, but that's not the case. They get up and do the same thing every day that gets the same results. Told on, and everybody's pissed off, and everybody's creeped out, and everybody's disturbed. And you're more caught than ever in your lives. And Charles Perry, do not forget who the fuck it is you are talking to when you start bossing me around, and you start making demands, and you start telling me you can see me. Like some bratty little kid that needs a whooping. Somebody said that in Manford. Charles Perry acts like one of those guys that this little brats didn't get spanked enough as a kid. You made somebody sick. I heard the recording. We told him you need to let her go. You're ruining everything for everybody. And he clenched his fist and turned red and acted like a spoiled, rotten little 2-year-old brat. And I have never in my life seen a grown man act like that. I had to leave the room. I wanted to throw up. People are embarrassed by you. And you act like you have no idea what people are saying to you. None. Not a clue. A monkey can sit on their fat ass, watch TV, and hit buttons. You have no date. You are not wanted. You are told on, and told on, and told on. You have no date. You're not wanted. You're a reject. In 12 years, there's never been a date I've moved twice to get away from you. I've sued you 3 times to get you off me, and your cheating pissed everybody off. It didn't get you a date. And it's used for the criminal case, because you did a crime there. No one cares how you feel. No one gives a fuck. We're sick of hearing it. Shut up. You aren't asked. Now leave me alone. Or they'll do it for you. Mark, get a special ed fucking teacher to explain that to him, because I'm tired of repeating myself. And the people that I hang out with all my life, one time is all you say it. If you need more than that, you don't ride this ride, Perry. And you can't be creepy and weirdo and a cop killer to ride this ride. You don't have a chance. Never did. You're a job. And who Mr. Neely talks to and who I talk to doesn't concern you. You need to butt out. It's not up to you. You know who makes the decisions on that? I'll show you. The people that got me that and that. This is the harassment email. We're going to send her home and claim she's harassing us. And that. Wasn't up to you, was it? You don't get a date. You're not wanted or loved. You're just a butt in nothing. We're tired of having to deal with it. You and Neil. Y'all never shut up. So I'm going to tell you one last fucking time. When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you cause a problem or loss for me, when you damage my car, try to take my car, try to cause any kind of problem at all, Calvin, engine trouble, try to tow it, try to damage it, try to wreck it, you get told on, not a date. Every day for 12 years, it's the same old thing. And Perry is stupid, and he'll get up tomorrow and go, let's do it again. Let's all do it again. You get when he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before, like that getting to her. I know, but let's do it again. That's the kind of mental whack job we're dealing with. Like fucking Neil here. I know nobody cares what you think. You weren't asked. We're all sick of hearing it. You need a lie. I want to lie. Please lie for me. Please tell me who. And I'm never told who your leaks are. Wouldn't help you if I was told that, because we want you gone. We're sick of dealing with it. We're sick of dealing with your mental problems. Sick of dealing with you. Sick of dealing with your sick of hearing it. Shut up and get out. Or they'll do it for you. The guys that got me that. There's the police report that got filed. As per law, Mr. Powell. We think you guys are unable to identify Mr. Perry's legislative duties. I filed it on the 21st. And 9 days later, no collection of evidence. Given right over to the offender. Now the offender's still out offending. Richard, was that you? Who did that? Not called until the 15th. You need to bring me the text. You need to bring me the evidence. These 2 videos right here. What do they tell you to do? Connecting the dots. His instructions for law enforcement and how you're supposed to do stalking cases, TPD. Mr. Perry, what I need for you to do is stop contacting me. This is not a conversation. I don't want to talk to you. The more you try to talk to me, the more information we get. Cause and effect. You're a dumbass. You have no idea what I'm saying right now, do you? This TPD is how you're supposed to do it. Right here. That's how you do stalking reports. Not like you did. You put me in danger. Rebecca Schaefer, Teresa Saldana, Drew Carey's girlfriend, Jodi Arias stalked, took out tires, and then murdered Travis Alexander. John Lennon, President Reagan, and the other people with him. How many more do I need to name? Stalkers are dangerous. That's what they say. Make sure the victim understands stalkers are dangerous. Mr. Perry, when you contact me, you get told on. Mr. Perry, I don't want to hear from you. Nobody asked you what you think. I'm not going to tell you who your leaks are because I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just glad to have the information. I'm glad you're about to be in jail, and I'll have to deal with you again. We don't want you gone. Mr. Warman, please explain the words I just said to your client. He continues to ask who told. All fucking day. Still hacking me, still asking who told. Get out of my phone. Get out of my computer. Don't peep on me. I don't like being watched in my house. That's why you're alone. You're a turnoff. A big fat slob, lazy, perverted turnoff. All by yourself. Nobody's holding your hand. You're told on and told on and told on and told on and told on. And there is no cop in the state of Oklahoma that I know of, except for Richard, who has to explain where the money is that you paid for the cover-up you didn't get. You took it back. You have it. This use of technology for stalking. This talks about stalkers these days hack and put cameras in women's homes. You owe me $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home against my will. You're using my body for entertainment. You don't have my consent for that, bitch. You told on and told on and told on for doing that. You have no idea what that means, do you? And $2,000 a day for doing it without my permission or consent. So, Mr. Perry, Mr. Warman, every time your client makes a contact with me of any kind at all, it disgusts me. And when he's peeping on me and invading my privacy, when he takes my money, you know what happens? He gets told on. I'm not told who the leaks are. I don't care. We all want him gone. We're all sick of hearing it. Can you get some special education teacher or a geriatric doctor to help him understand what those words mean? Because he never responds appropriately. He gets up every day and does it all over again. Don't act like y'all are pissed at getting caught. Cause and effect. When you do it to me, you get caught. That's how that works. So either you really are mentally slow, like 6-month-old, or you have no control over yourself and you're just embarrassing yourselves. Or who the hell does the same thing every day that gets the same results they say they don't like? For 12 years. It's not a day or a week or a month. It's 12 years. Wow, okay. Yeah, we don't even know what to say. Okay, and you do things like this. Okay, you have to... Last night, there's like 20 of these that I screenshotted. There was a couple I didn't. And 4 orders I could actually do and make money. So... my guys watched that last night, Mr. Perry. It's duly noted for the record. The judge heard about it this morning. He wasn't happy. This is how they take my money. They hack my app. Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash all tell us they can't choose their driver. They can't do this unless they're hacking you, and that's illegal. So they can't know where you are. They can't have orders go into you or have their people call and order food from someplace. So they can get your picture on the camera doorbell or reflective door. Almost all it's either a camera or a reflective door. So like you take a picture, you can see the reflection of yourself in the picture. Duly noted, the judge heard about it this morning, Charles. You're caught more than ever in your life when you do it to me. And these pissed him off. So, we got more today. You chose that. That's what you want. You do it every day. When you peep on me and hack me, cause me loss or problems or drama, Charles, I don't want to hear from you. I hate it. Mark, I hate your clients contacting me. I hate it. As much as the girl, Lori Bori, I hate it. It's disgusting. It pisses us all off. And then we get more information. So when he sits around on his fat ass complaining that he got told on again, he asked for it. Cause and effect. When you fuck with me or contact me or cause problems for me, you get told on. Okay? Don't ask me who told. You don't care about that. Or the thing is, when you do it to me, you get caught. The Fabian puzzle, McNamara email, Mike was drugged, shoe print, ringtone, all the emails. Those are subject matters of the emails. Don't ask who told you. Oh, you don't care. You don't give a fuck. You'll get up and do it again. You'll do it all night to me. You'll do it all day tomorrow. And get told on more. Until you're finally in jail. We can't wait for that. Then we don't have to deal with it anymore. It's not that hard to get information. Then we don't have to deal with it anymore. Mr. Perry, he just did it again. What did I just say? Acts like he has no idea what I said. I don't think you know what people are saying to you. I honestly think you have no idea what words mean. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing everybody. You don't have a date. You're not going to get a date. 12 years, you're told on, and nothing more. You have no idea what people are saying to you, do you? It's you can't control yourself, and you embarrass everybody badly. So there's like 15 of these that are upside down. You can't make money on that. That's canned food. This is typical Charles Berry canned food. That's why he's by himself. No woman wants him. Nobody's holding his hand, and he's told on and told on. This is grand larceny with intent to coerce right here.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a...
Okay, he just typed in my phone, let's talk. I said no to that. Mr. Perry, no, I don't want to talk to you. Every day it's the same conversation. You want to talk, I tell you don't contact me, I don't want to hear it. Every day you start asking me who told. Every day I say the same thing. I'm not told that, wouldn't help you if I was. We all want you gone. I'm not going where you are. You come near me, I will kick your ass. You'll get beat up. You're probably going to get beat up in jail. So your attorneys need to make arrangements for that. Because you're going to jail. You're not going to bother us anymore. You're caught more than ever in your life. What are we doing with those recordings? That I just showed you is grand larceny with intent to coerce and interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. You're causing intentional duress to force me against my will to say something or do something I don't want to do. And it's a crime. And all this time, you're getting caught and you don't get it. You're not getting it, bitch. And I'm not a special ed teacher. I don't have the patience. I don't have that talent. You know what I'm good at? I can out-sting up every motherfucker you sent me. In 6 years, you got nothing out of me. I got text from Dave admitting to giving me arsenic. I got Mickey James threatening me. I got Terry Wagner's text. He doesn't want he's a conduit of coercion. He comes in and doesn't come in depending on whether or not you thought I was doing what you wanted. One of those nights was the night his wife died. A little odd for a guy to go into a strip club on the night his wife dies, isn't it? Who the fuck does that? On that night. Not a night before when I needed money. Oh, I'm upset about my wife dying. I can't come in. But he called on the night his wife dies, he wants to come in. Who the fuck does that? Yeah, okay. That flagged off a few people. And Pinto, I'll give you $5,000 to be creeped out by this guy, Charles Perry. Yep. So, I can fucking, I mean, that I'm good at. Special education, not so much.
Date a different one.
Okay, so anybody can look at this page, this blog, and see all my hard work. This is my work product, Richard. This is how you solve a crime, Richard. This is Pinto. Soliciting prostitution, Richard. This is how you do policing, Richard. I'm not a cop. That's what's funny. I'm not a cop. I'm something, but I'm not a cop. So, I flip on my recorder because I'm going to fucking get my evidence. Yep. And you get $5,000 here. He wants for me to be creeped out by Mr. Perry. See, I'm saying he's just nasty. He's gross. Look right there. So spend 2 hours with him and be creeped out. I could have had the bouncer throw this guy's ass out, but I wasn't gonna do that. I'm gonna record him. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. Yep. Okay. That's how you solve a crime, Mr. Richard. This is a big catch for law enforcement. These are serial killers. These are sex weirdos. So, and they're cop killers, by the way. I don't care what you got. I mean, allegedly, Mark. Does that make you feel better? You guys make it so easy, it's not even fair. So, this is my work product, Richard. Look at all the evidence I was able to collect. These are texts from David Robertson, and I go through the whole thing, the whole case of Mike Neely and Chief Miller's murder, and show how that was not possible for Mike. And That's the other thing the reporter said. Here's the thing, though. 4 times she's kept out of court intentionally. One of them, a murder trial of a police officer. You don't think that resonates with police? Would you guys send out an email, memo? If you're helping her stop stopping our crime. Yeah, well, they didn't. So, however, I don't even. It's just pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. Everybody's sick of their stomach. People don't like suffering. They don't like it. So this is my work product, Richard. Charles, don't contact me. When you do, you get told on not a date. Charles, stop contacting me. Stop peeping. No one cares what you think. You aren't asked. I don't want to hear it. We're all sick of hearing it. Act like you understand words. I'm not a special education teacher. I don't have patience for it. But what I can do is I've done what nobody else has done. No other of your victims has what I have. Not one, do they? I'm good at what I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. So, when you fucked with me, everything changed. Forever. Mr. Perry, when you fucked with me, everything in your life changed, didn't it? You're in Oklahoma committing crime. You're getting caught. You're asking who told. I'm not asking who told. And you don't have damage to your car. I have damage to my car. You're not suffering anything. You're just getting told on, and you don't like that. Because you have grandiose thinking, and you think you're entitled to take a life. And I said not this time. You think you're entitled to rape women in the privacy of their home and their children. And I said not this time, and I meant it. God damn it, I meant it. And you're seeing things not happen. You're seeing things happen you've not seen before. So remember that. Remember who it is you're talking to, you coward pussy. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave everybody alone. Get off your ass and go be normal. Alright? We're sick of you. Everybody's sick of you.